Okay, guys, so now we're moving on to talking about the actual teaser trailer that they released for Beast Morphers as well this past weekend, and I gotta say, it was very interesting. So I can't show the whole video right now, but again, I'll be talking about it a little bit here. Most of the footage that they showed, actually, I'm pretty sure, yeah, most, not all, of course, because it does seem like the villain is going to be a snake for some reason, a CGI snake. Interesting. So the villains, I assume because, yes, Enter didn't really have a suit most of the time. So, interestingly enough, and other villains as well, were humanoids. So, they're definitely going to do something different with the villains. But other than that, though, I don't think in this trailer they showed them out of suit. So, I'm pretty sure, other than that, all of this footage is Go Busters footage, which I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I have no. Like, I actually really do enjoy. Well, there are some issues with earlier Saban with the way they cut the footage up, everything like that. I think that there's nothing wrong with just working with, or at least for this trailer, just working with footage that's already from Go Busters. I get it. Like, why would, to me anyway, it feels so strange. Yes, there's already suits for you in some cases. In some cases, though, Toei doesn't really keep their suits in the best conditions. So in some cases they do have to remake the suits from scratch. But what I mean is, it's so strange sometimes when you have like Disney seasons where like yes they buy the license to Super Sentai and they have the rights to that season. And a fair amount of the footage is just brand new footage, and it's just like, okay, that's cool. You guys have the money to do it if you want to, if it suits the story, but you have 50 episodes worth of footage. In this case, you arguably have less, even though, of course, there's, I believe, 48 episodes. Actually, no, I think this was the one they went up to like 52 or something. It went a little bit higher, I thought, for this season of Sentai. But regardless, with this season, there are a lot of out-of-suit stuff. So, yes, you have to refilm those. So, you do have to refilm a lot of them without their helmets on. You just do. That's just how it worked in that season. But still, when it comes to the trailer itself, also, I love narrator guy, because narrator guy sounds like me doing an impression of In a World. So I don't know who narrator guy is, but I love narrator guy. Would love to share a beer with narrator guy. Very very mixed on the villain thus far, but again, I think they just didn't want to show any footage. Maybe they're still because this is coming. So the trailer says it's coming in 2019. It didn't say early or late, so it could come out in February, March. We could be seeing this closer to June, July. That would be almost a year from now, so probably not that far down the line. But they could still be working, with stuff in post-production, etc., etc. So they might not want to show the villain's actual true form, which I assume would be humanoid in some way. Or, maybe they're still, I don't know. They might be doing something there that they don't want to show off just yet. What's interesting is we've seen the Go Busters, Jesus fucking Christ. We've seen the Beast Morpher cast. It's very late when I'm recording this, but we've seen the Beast Morpher cast, but we don't know about their higher ups. So there's a lot of stuff we haven't seen yet. So really, this is such a huge teaser. Even though for those that might not be familiar with the source material, it might seem like a lot seeing the Zords and seeing the footage that they kept, which is pretty cool footage to be fair. So I hope they do keep all that. But I do wonder where we're going to. I'm just playing the trailer over and over and over just to like refresh my mind as I'm talking to you guys. But I really do wonder. Oh, it does seem like really should mention this. They're saying it's been a few years. Everything has been at peace, so it seems like they're going a little bit with the Go Busters story originally. When originally they went a few years into the future, until like halfway through, there was like some weird mid-production stuff where they kind of like axed, or at least axed the narration that they were ahead, like they were in the future. It just they didn't want to alienate it from the next Sentai or Sentai before it. So crossover specials, I know crossover specials are crossover specials when it comes to Sentai, but they really felt like they kind of retconned that in the show. Here, though, I don't know if that ties into Super Ninja Steel at all. Another thing, too, I want to mention, which I will mention later on when I talk about the Super Ninja Steel 25th anniversary trailer, the teaser trailer that they released also during the weekend. Wondering if Go Busters might make a cameo in there in some way or another. Via maybe time travel shenanigans, I have no idea. Very interesting stuff that they waited a few years and said, oh, a few years later this show is happening. So I don't know why they did that in particular. They're also, here's the thing too, it's not like they're trying to divorce themselves from Power Rangers because they actually are tapping into, literally according to them, the Morphin Grid, which I know what the Morphin Grid is, don't look at me like I'm a noob. I know what the Morphin Grid is, it's just interesting that they're actually referencing it this openly in a television show. Now, like I said, I haven't seen it in a few years, so I'm sure perhaps the U.S. equivalent of Tenso, forgot his name because I haven't seen Mega Force or Super Mega Force. Maybe, I'm pretty sure he talked about the Morphin Grid as well, to be fair, but it's interesting that they talked about the Morphin Grid mixed in with animal DNA, as if Batman Beyond taught us nothing about the horrors of gene manipulation. Either way, though, I said this earlier when I was talking about the cast. I actually am hyped to see this show, and it's really weird because even if I don't review it here, it's not even about reviewing it on the channel. It's just there's something about this. Maybe it's because Hasbro picked it up. Not trying to shit on Saban at all, but I used to say Saban as a kid, so it's just coming back to me now in my tired at the time that I'm filming and recording this. But with Saban, I do feel as if this might be a new beginning in some way or another. Maybe I'm super wrong. But I don't know, I'm actually really, really hyped. So 2019 for me can't come soon enough because I would love to see Beast Morphers. And I'd love to see what they bring to the table. Again, even if they're super strict, they just use the same footage, I don't have a problem with that, right? I love the art of trying to take footage and make it work to what they want to do with the story. I would be okay with that. So yeah, a few changes here and there, but somewhat similar to Go Busters. I just want to hear what you guys think about this trailer in the comment section down below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you really, are you really hyped for it? Or do you think it's going to be the same old, same old? Tell me what you guys think.